You're an hour into the movie. It's bad. Not so bad, it's fun, bad. Just slow and dull and going absolutely nowhere. Some part of you already knows how this feels. You'd be happier at home. You'd be happier almost anywhere. But you don't get up. You sit there in the dark, and you watch the whole thing to the end. Why? Because you paid for the ticket. Now think about how strange that actually is. The money is already gone. Leaving won't get it back. Staying won't get it back either. That ticket buys you exactly one thing now, a choice. Keep sitting in something you're not enjoying, or go do something you would. And somehow most of us choose to keep sitting. That little glitch in your thinking has a name. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. A sunk cost is anything you've already spent and cannot get back. Money, time, effort, years of your life. And the fallacy is the trick your brain plays with it. It takes that spent, gone, unrecoverable thing and treats it as a reason to keep going. I've already come this far. I can't quit now. I'd be throwing it all away. Curious. And here's the strange part, the part we'll keep coming back to. The more you've poured in, the tighter it holds you. The bigger the sunk cost, the worse the decisions it talks you into. So let's slow down on that one word. Sunk. Picture your money and your time and your effort as water. Once you've poured it into something and there's no pouring it back out, it's sunk. It's gone. It doesn't care how you feel about it. It is not coming back. Now here's the only thing a clear-headed decision actually cares about: the future. The one honest question in front of you is this: from right now, going forward, is this worth my time, my money, my energy? Everything that already happened is just history. It's a receipt. It's a record of what you spent, and it cannot be unspent. But that is almost never how it feels, is it? It feels like the money you already put in is somehow still in the game, like walking away would turn it into a loss, and staying keeps it alive, so you add more. Good hours chasing bad ones. Good money chasing worse. And notice what's happened. You're not trying to make a good choice anymore. You're trying to rescue an old one. So why are we built like this? Why is, but I already paid strong enough to beat, but I'm miserable? Two reasons. And they are both deeply, deeply human. The first is that we hate losing things. Not dislike, hate. Two psychologists, Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, showed something remarkable about this. A loss hurts us roughly twice as much as the same size win feels good. Find $20 on the street, and you feel a little lift. Lose $20 out of your pocket, and it can bother you for the rest of the day. Same amount of money, completely different sting. So watch what your brain does. When you walk away from something you've invested in, it files that as a loss. A real, painful, permanent loss. And when you stay, even in something that's making you unhappy, it feels like you haven't lost yet. Not really. Not while there's still some chance it works out. The second reason is even simpler. We do not want to admit we were wrong. Quitting the project, leaving the course, ending the thing. It feels like signing a confession. It says out loud that the time you already spent was a mistake, and almost nobody wants to sign that. So we keep going. Partly, honestly, just to avoid having to say the words, I shouldn't have started this. Here's how strong that pull really is. Back in 1985, two researchers named Arkes and Blumer ran a beautifully simple study at a theater. They were selling season tickets. Some people paid full price. Others, chosen at random, were quietly given a discount. Same seats, same plays. The only difference in the whole experiment was what people had paid. And the ones who paid full price showed up to noticeably more plays, especially early in the season, not because they enjoyed the shows more, because they had spent more and skipping a play felt like wasting money. They were, quite literally, sitting through performances they didn't want to see, just to avoid losing money that was already completely gone. Now, a movie ticket is small. A wasted evening stings. But it's small. The real problem is that this exact same wiring runs underneath the biggest decisions of your entire life. Picture the job. You've been there 5 years. It stopped making you happy somewhere around year 2. But 5 years is a lot to walk away from. Leaving would feel like admitting you wasted them. So you stay for a 6th, and you start eyeing a 7th. Picture the degree you're halfway through and quietly dread. The gym membership you don't use but won't cancel. The relationship that's been over in every way that matters, held together now mostly by how long it's already lasted. The business that always needs just a little more money to finally turn the corner, it never actually turns. In every single one, listen for the logic. It's never, "Is this good for me starting today?" It's, "But look how much I've already put in." Whole countries do it too. Britain and France once spent years pouring money into a supersonic passenger jet called the Concorde. Fairly early on, it was clear the thing would never earn its money back. The rational move was to stop. They didn't. They kept funding it, precisely because they had already funded it so heavily. Economists now borrow its name for the whole trap. They call it the Concorde fallacy. And a gambler lives inside this. The one who's already down $500 is the last person who walks away. He bets bigger, chasing the money he's already lost. Which is exactly how 500 quietly becomes 1,000. Curious? Now here's the part that flips the whole thing over. And it's the part I really want you to sit with. We tell ourselves we hang on because we're being responsible. Careful, not wasteful. We're protecting everything we've invested. Serious. It is the exact opposite. Hanging on does not protect your investment. It is the single thing that grows the loss. Every extra hour in the bad movie is more of your evening. Gone. Every extra year in the wrong job is another year you will never get back. Trying so hard not to waste what you already spent. That is the very thing that quietly makes you spend more. And it gets worse, not better, as the stakes climb. A $5 mistake is easy to walk away from. A 5-year one feels almost impossible, which means the traps that cost you the most in life are exactly the ones your brain will fight hardest to keep you inside. The deeper the hole, the more determined you become to keep digging. Because climbing out would mean facing just how deep it already is. And this is not a stupidity thing. Let's kill that idea right now. It isn't that careful people are immune and careless people fall for it. Trained doctors do this. Brilliant investors do this. Entire governments do this. Warm. It is not a flaw in you. It's a feature of being a human being. So let's line it all up. A sunk cost is anything you've already spent and can never get back. Money, time, effort, years. Your brain treats that spent thing as a reason to keep going. Because losing feels about twice as bad as winning feels good. And because quitting feels like admitting a mistake out loud. But the past is not a reason. It's a receipt. It's information about what already happened and nothing more. It cannot be spent again. And it absolutely cannot be won back by suffering a little longer. So here is the cleanest way I know to say the whole thing. What you've already put in should be invisible when you're deciding what to do next. Invisible. It doesn't get a vote. Curious? So what do you actually do with this? There's one move that cuts straight through all of it. When you feel stuck, do not ask, "How much have I already put into this?" That question is the trap. Ask a completely different one instead. If I were standing right here today with none of this behind me, knowing everything I know now, would I choose to start this? Would I buy a ticket to this movie, take this job, begin this degree, this project, this relationship, from zero today? If the answer is a clear yes, then stay, gladly. You're not trapped at all. You're choosing it with open eyes. But if the answer is no, if the only thing still keeping you here is the pile of time and money sitting behind you, warm, then you already have your answer. And walking away isn't quitting. It isn't waste. It is the one move that finally stops the waste. Because here's the truth. The fallacy works so hard to hide from you. That money, that time, those years, they are already spent, already gone, no matter what you choose next. Serious. The only thing you still get to decide, the only thing that was ever really up to you, is whether you spend even more. So go back to that theater one last time. The bad movie. The one you sat all the way through. You were never actually choosing between wasting the ticket and not wasting it. The ticket was gone the second you bought it. The whole time, you were only ever choosing between a bad hour and a good one. So next time, in the theater or anywhere else that matters, get up, walk out into the light, warm, and go spend the one thing you actually still have.